Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Aurora, Indiana, home of the South Dearborn Knights. Tonight, the Connersville Spartans have traveled down to the Ohio River to take on the Knights in a big conference matchup. I'm Sam Harvey alongside Dave Pollard, the voice of the Spartans. And Dave, Spartans were here a few weeks ago for a scrimmage. I talked to Coach Jackson about that a little bit. Says that really doesn't matter at this point. So Spartans just need to come out and play well.
Yes, they do. They're looking for their first win of the season. And South Dearborn comes into this game 2-1. And before going farther, if you notice something about my voice, yes, it's a little under the weather, but we're going to get through it, and just bear with me.
And we'll get through it. You got plenty of water over there to drink.
You got
the cough drops
and everything. And we got a beautiful turf out here. It's different than what we saw 2 years ago.
Yeah, it is. They've put in the turf, and it's beautiful. It's all trimmed out in red, white, and blue. They're school colors. The track is the rubberized track, but it's a deep royal blue as well, and really a nice facility here.
Yes, it is. And we got quite a few fans down in front of us. And the last time we were here didn't fare so well. We're hoping tonight will change that.
Well, we certainly hope so. I thought Spartans showed improvement last week from the week before when they hosted Scottsburg. Still got some things to work on, but as long as we see steady improvement.
Right, and the thing of it is you don't want the players to give up, and we haven't seen that in any of the games so far. The players give up, and that's what you want. You want to fight to the very end, no matter what the score is, because that could win you a starting position, or it could win you a position along the bench, depending on your play. So each game is going to be a classroom teaching situation for the coaching staff and Coach Jackson, and I think they're up to the task.
You're listening to the pregame show. It's powered by Parts Pro Auto Parts and Repair on East 5th Street in Connersville. They'll take care of all your vehicle needs, and stop in and see them. It's never a bad time to have your car tuned up or the oil changed or other repairs.
Right, and you may be taking a late vacation. It's late summer, and you might want to get things checked out, oil change and that sort of thing. So a lot going on, but you want to get your batteries checked also. Tires, very important this time of year.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Late summer and not too early to start looking into fall and winter.
Absolutely. You'll be here before we know it.
Parts Pro, appreciate them back again this year, powering the pregame show. As both teams not back out on the field. It is homecoming here tonight. Seems like whenever we come down here, it is homecoming. So we'll see what kind of festivities they have for that. As people continue to drive in, school sets on top of the hill here, and talking to their longtime PA announcer, talking about a lot of remodeling going on at the school. They've done work in the gym, and they're working on the pool and a few other areas. I think over at the baseball and softball fields, but he was telling me that in the auditorium they changed that out, that it was yellow in there because originally this was supposed to be the Highlanders and not the Knights. So I'd never heard that story before, but it kind of makes sense because this sits high atop the hill here overlooking Aurora.
Right, and it's changed so much since I was down here selling insurance years ago back in the 80s, and it's just amazing me how much it's changed in this area, Aurora and Lawrenceburg.
Well, it's greater Cincinnati just keeps pushing out and pushing out.
Absolutely.
So looks like the band's coming out on the field. I think about time we ought to hear what Coach Jackson had to say. If I can get this queued up here, and we'll get this going. Maybe. Excuse me. Got to take it off a hold, don't you, Dave?
Yes, you do.
Justin Jackson, head coach of the Connersville Spartans, is with us now on the Parts Pro pregame show. Coach, last week we had a team we'd never seen before in Connersville, Scottsburg. They were nice enough to come up and let us entertain them. But Spartans, I thought, came out ready to play first half. Things looked pretty good late in the first half. maybe not so much, but your thoughts on that game?
I mean, our kids played hard throughout the whole thing. I think that's the best thing that we can take away from it coming after the week before. We had a good team that we were going up in Scottsburg, and they presented some problems with us. They had some good players, and I think when you look back at it, 40-12 really doesn't reflect how we look on film and what the score was, because we played really well. It was just in those plays that one of us had to make it. They ended up making more than we did.
Well, and after the week before, for them to come back like they did, I thought showed a lot of character from our kids.
Oh, yeah. I told them after the game last week that the team that we saw last week was one that we can build off and grow from and get better at. So go a lot better shape than the week before.
Well, tonight we get right back into, we get into conference play at South Dearborn, a team that you'd seen about 4 weeks ago in a scrimmage. What does that help you prepare for tonight, having seen them in a scrimmage?
I think it gives you a little bit of familiarity with them. I mean, in scrimmages, you're never really going to show too much of what you're doing. You know, they kind of ran their base stuff. We ran our base stuff. But at least we know that we were able to come down here and compete with them and didn't get walked off the field or anything.
They've had a couple nice wins. Seymour, 56-26, and Batesville, 24-17. They fell to Madison by 3, 29-26. So they're playing some pretty good football.
Yeah, they're playing some pretty good football. They're playing some solid teams. They're a solid team. You know, it's one of the teams that in the last, 5 to 10 years has kind of built themselves up into being a solid football program in this conference compared to, what they used to have been, which was not as good, or they had a good year here and there. So they're a consistent, good football team.
And a good example to show our kids that what can happen.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I remember when Coach Ballard took this program over, and I ended up coaching here with him 1 year, and he went through some lean years there at the beginning trying to build a program. And, you come back here now, and they have this turf field. They're redoing the gym. They've got the big blow-up helmet. I mean, he's doing a fantastic job at building a program here, and this is kind of a model for us of what we're trying to accomplish at Connersville.
What will we see from them tonight?
I mean, you're going to see a good, solid football team. Offensively, they're multiple. They're going to try and do a lot of different things, and defensively, they're very, very aggressive.
What do we do against them?
We just try and build off of what we did last week, limit our mistakes, and tackle well, block better.
Health-wise, I know we've got some kids out this week. How's it been in practice?
It's been good. We're losing some kids to some injuries. We're losing some other kids to COVID. But, we've got a good core group of kids that luckily haven't been hit heavy yet by COVID, and we're healthy enough to where we're going to be in good shape. So it's just one of those things this year still, unfortunately, you're dealing week with COVID, and it hasn't hit us yet. We've got a couple key injuries that are going to, force us to kind of put some other guys in spots, and we should be fine with it, though.
Kind of next man up and give some of those guys maybe that wouldn't get to play as much some good varsity experience.
Yeah, for us it's a lot of rotating too, because we got a lot of guys that are going both ways. So once one guy goes down, we have that backup guy who's been rotating there and playing with them a little bit, and now it's just his turn to take over.
Guys, it's got to go both ways. That's got to be tough and takes good conditioning.
Oh, yeah, we're trying to build on that. I think it's going to help a lot now that we're getting to the later part of the year where it's not as hot. We definitely haven't had any situations like we did with Richmond when we were out there and had somebody cramping quite a bit. But we've got tough, resilient kids, and they'll play through it.
Tonight, perfect night to play football. Low 70s temperature, probably get down in the 60s by the time we're done, but couldn't ask for anything better.
No, not at all. We might actually get a little bit chilly here by the end of the game, so we should be in good shape.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck tonight. Let's go out and get a win, and we'll certainly look forward to that.
Yes, sir.
All right, Justin Jackson, head coach of the Connersville Spartans. Dave Pollard and I will be back with more on the Parts Pro pregame show after this 60-second break. This is Spartan Football on KMix 106.9.
Union Savings and Loan is an old-school community bank founded in Connersville in 1892 and still locally owned and operated today. Union Savings and Loan offers hometown service with great rates on CDs and deposit accounts and local loan approvals when you need financing. They also have a trust department. And with 2 locations in town, downtown at 730 Central Avenue and uptown at 500 West 30th Street, Union Savings and Loan is truly Connersville's hometown bank. Union Savings and Loan, people you know, neighbors you trust.
Hickory Creek in Connersville, visitation is now open with a limit of 2 visitors at a time. Hickory Creek provides long-term care, nursing services, rehabilitation, and a sense of community. Join the tight-knit family today by stopping by at 2600 North Grand Avenue in Connersville. If you are vaccinated, there's no need to isolate upon admission. They are ecstatic to see families reunited with open visitation. Hickory Creek at Connersville, where neighbors taking care of neighbors means something.
And we are back at Aurora, where the South Dearborn Knights are getting ready to come out of the big blow-up tunnel down there. They're going to be carrying out Old Glory, at least 3 of them. I don't know for sure what the other one says, but certainly this is a weekend to remember. Remember 9/11 and the events of then. And Dave, I remember we played football that Friday night after 9/11 happened, and I think that was one of the best things that we could do for our community.
Right, absolutely, and a lot of things continued to go on after that event, and I'll never forget, and we hope every American does it.
Chokes me up just thinking about it. So.
Meet the Refs is powered by Yari and Eye Care on Eastern Avenue, taking care of your family eye care needs. And tonight's officials are
John Fromey, Tim Harmon, John Kyle Woolston, David Yeary, and Kevin Turner.
And we also have the temperature tonight is beautiful. It's nice. It's football weather. Game time temperature is powered by J&J Jewelry. Every day is a gift. Make each one special. Let J&J Jewelry show you how. And game time temperature for this game tonight?
Very comfortable. 75 degrees. Supposed to go down to about 65 by around 10 o'clock when we expect this game to be over. It's just a perfect night. The field here lies east and west, so one team's going to have to play into the sun until it gets down over the horizon. I kind of like fields that go north and south. And
you don't get confused, do you?
No, and press boxes that look to the east, so you don't have sun in your eyes. But
there you are.
That's just me.
And I've noticed a few places on the road we go, they put the visitor section in the sun if the field goes that way, but not here.
Exactly.
They put it in the home team.
Yeah. So anyway, as we said, a nice night for football here in Southeast Indiana. There's a big EIAC matchup between these two teams as we're counting you down to kick off. Spartans over on the far sideline, and a few people have made their way down from Spartan country, and a pretty good crowd on hand here tonight, as you would expect for homecoming at Aurora South Dearborn Knights.
We've got Gavin Pearson and Chance Bentley out at the center 50-yard line for the coin toss.
We'll see who will kick off here momentarily. South Dearborn has really built their roster. A lot of kids along the sidelines, and some success will do that for you. The Spartans tonight in the home white uniforms. The Knights in the red jerseys, white pants, white numerals trimmed in blue.
It looks like the South Dearborn Knights won the toss. They have deferred, which means Connersville will get the football first to start the game, and South Dearborn will get the football to start the second half when we get there.
So officials all out at the 50-yard line, going over their last-minute talks. And Spartans making their way out on the field. And Spartans will move left to right on your radio dial. And here come the Knights out.
Tatum Barker going to kick it away for the Knights. It's like Carter at the board, and Chad Owen back deep for Connersville.
So with the play-by-play of the game, here's the voice of the Spartans, Dave Pollard.
Thank you very much, Sam. The freshman girl, number 13, Tatum Barker, is going to kick off from the 40-yard line for the South Dearborn Knights. Back to receive Carter DeBoard and Chad Owens. Up in the middle, Gavin Lynch. The kick is up, end over end, comes down towards the middle of the field, caught by the up person, and that's Braden Pearson. He's got some running room. Oh, I thought he was going to break a tackle and head down the field, but he was tackled that time by number 35, and that's Aiden Pittenger. So Connersville takes over 1st and 10, their first series of the game. I'm going to rely on Sam to keep track of the scoreboard and the clock and things, as I can see the play clock, but not the game clock.
It's just past 7 o'clock. You're listening to Home of the Spartans, 106.9 FM and AM 1580 WLPK Connersville. Yeah, they got a girl kicker here. We saw that a few years ago up at East Central, and she was very good.
Yes, she was. Gavin Pearson waiting to take the snap, 1st and 10 from Connersville 43-yard line. Wide receivers to the right and to the left. Pearson looks to the left, man wide open. That's Gavin Lynch. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and gets across the 50-yard line. In case you just joined us, excuse my voice. It's one of those allergy mid-late summer things, and just bear with me.
I'll try.
Okay.
So a gain of about 6 for the Spartans brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball placed at the 49-yard line.
Make it 2nd and 3. That's even better.
Of South Dearborn. Hands the ball off to Kyle Seifert, and he trips over his own player, his own teammate's feet, and had no place to go. So it's going to bring up 3rd down, and they maybe gave him a yard on that. He tripped up and fell forward, so the ball is placed at the 48-yard line of the Knights. As Connersville will shuffle players. Lynch comes out, and Jones comes in for the Spartans.
Have the electronic down marker on the far side. Makes it easy to see.
I love those. So it's 3rd down and about 3. And again, the handoff to Seifert, and he's piled up right in the middle and pushed back. So if they give him forward progress, it might be at the 49 to a loss of a yard on that play. Excuse me.
See what the Spartans do here, Dave. Whether they go for it on 4th down, they are in Knight territory.
Well, we've seen them fake going for it, and then a guy comes in to punt the football. So there's nobody back for South Dearborn if they should happen to do that. But they're going to go for it. Pass over to the left side.
Complete.
And it's complete, and it's a 1st down. Braden Jones caught the football on the far side from us over here. And they're going to move the chains, gives Connersville this first down. First downs are powered by Hickory Creek of Connersville on North Grand Avenue across from
Grandview School.
I'll try not to be too high on my voice.
Okay.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of South Dearborn. His snap back. Pearson rolls to his right, got a man open. It's Carter's aboard, and he falls inside the 25-yard line. Another completed pass by the Spartans. Spartans come out throwing, showing run, and toss the football.
So another 1st down. 1st downs are powered by Hickory Creek of Connersville on North Grand Avenue across from
Grandview School.
Try to save your voice a little bit.
So another 1st down by the Spartans puts the ball at the 23-yard line of South Dearborn. No score, just getting underway here at Aurora. Beautiful country and beautiful weather for a football game tonight. Somebody call a timeout? I think
it looks like. Yeah, we call a timeout, so.
Timeouts are powered by Rush Shelby Energy, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, and Noah's Battery across from Roberts Park. And light up your world with Noah's Battery and Rush Shelby Energy.
We know a guy, and you could too.
Absolutely. Tim's a great guy. So Connersville has the football on the 23-yard line of South Dearborn. No score yet. Pearson lines up, ready to take the snap. Kyle Seifert to his right. Hands the ball off to Seifert, tries to go around to the left side, and going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage, so there's going to be no gain on that play. And bring up 2nd down and 10.
Spartans working into the sun here in this 1st quarter.
Got 9.5 minutes to go here in this 1st quarter. Lots of fans in front of us enjoying the beautiful weather and a football game on Friday night. 2nd down and 10. Connersville with the football. Gavin Pearson, quarterback. Seifert to his left. Pearson looks right and had a man wide open, but overthrew him. And it was intended for Carter to board. I'm not sure if Carter was expecting the ball or not, but went over his head and through his hands. So just a little bit tough throw that time.
So 3rd and 10. Some people born in a barn, huh?
Evidently. That's why I'll be the doorman tonight.
Just don't be the doorman.
Okay. 3rd down and 10 for the Connersville Spartans. Trying to put points on the board. Ball handed off. Ball comes loose. It looks like Connersville's going to fall on top of it and keep the football, but they're going to turn it over on down, so that's going to be a turnover for the Spartans as they do not pick up the 1st down, and they give the ball back to South Dearborn.
It almost looked like he was pitching it back, but so it is still 4th down.
Okay.
So Spartans will have another opportunity here. Makes it 4th and 9.
4th and 9. Gavin Pearson, quarterback. Kyle Seifert to his right. 5 receivers right and left. Pearson rolls. Got a man open, going to be tackled right away, and the ball comes loose.
Not enough for a down anyway.
And pass was intended for Gavin Lynch, but he couldn't hang on, and he was tackled right away, well short of a 1st down. So that is a turnover for Connersville. See where they place the football. They're going to place the football at the 22-yard line of South Dearborn. 1st and 10, the Knights have the football for the first time, their first series. No score here in this first period.
Well, we got to see what the defense can do here.
They really played good in the first half last week. And we got a movement across the line, and I think they got Connersville going to be offside. Offside Connersville, that's going to move the ball up 5 yards.
That'll make it 1st and 5.
Quarterback for the Knights, Adam Kunkel, a sophomore, 5'10", 160. Also, Logan Tees will do some quarterbacking. He's a junior, 6'4", 179, so he's a pretty good-sized quarterback. But right now, it's Adam Kunkel, running back in the backfield. Snap back. Hands ball off to the first running back, comes around to the near side, still on his feet, and trying to get more yardage, and does as he gets back to the 47-yard line. 1st down yardage for South Dearborn.
Yeah, he's able to stay in bounds and move the ball at least another 10 yards right along this near sideline.
C.J. Rogers, the running back, also will line up in the backfield with Kunkel, the quarterback. So ball placed at the 47. Connersville again jumps, but didn't make any contact across the line. Snap back. Kunkel looks to pass. Got a man wide open on the far side. That's Justin McGraw, still on his feet. Probably finally knocked out of bounds, but not before he was able to pick up the 1st down yardage.
So both teams with a couple early 1st downs, but the Knights still on the move.
Ball placed at the 39-yard line of Connersville. So we've got an exuberant and excitable PA announcer. He does a great job here.
He does.
Yes, he does.
We see him at basketball and football.
1st and 10, Knights at the 39-yard line of Connersville. Ball handed off again. Running back, C.J. Combs. Rogers, and picks up another 1st down. So Connersville's defense has not been able to stop the the Knights here in this first series. How many 1st downs is that on this series?
That's 3, and every time it has been a 1st down.
Again, Adam Kunkel, the quarterback for the Knights. C.J. Rogers to his right as Kunkel looks to the sideline, gets instructions from one of the coaches. Takes a snap, going to pass. Out to the right flat, caught and missing a couple of tackles and finally brought down right at the marker. And that was intended for and caught by Austin Ballard. That's the coach's son, I understand. It brings up second down and a long 2.
6:55 to play, no score here in the first quarter.
Ball inside the 20-yard line, so the Knights are in the red zone. Kunkel looks to the left, now ready for the snap. Takes the snap and going to hand off to the running back, and he's going to be knocked backwards. And so Connersville was ready for that play as they went to C.J. Evans, the running back that time, as Rogers had come to the sidelines. So Evans comes to the sidelines, and Rogers comes out at running back.
So a loss of about 7 there. Makes it 3rd and 9.
Connersville's defense was ready for that play, and they need to really tighten up here on this first series for South Dearborn. Adam Kunkel wait for the snap. On the pass. Passes over the middle, got a man wide open, and he's trying to get first down yardage, and brought down by Chad Owens.
And he did.
And he got first down yardage. Again, that was caught by Austin Ballard. So that's 2 catches by Austin Ballard. And first down yardage is going to be not quite 1st and 10. Ball placed just outside the...
Yeah, about the 16.
Well, at the 16-yard line of Connersville. Adam Kunkel waits for the snap. Snap is back. Passed out to the right flat. Got a wide receiver wide open. And in for the touchdown is Austin Ballard. Austin Ballard put 6 points on the board for the Knights. You probably hear the fans below us stand and cheer. As Knights didn't take any long. They didn't take very long to gain points.
No, they didn't. They just marched right down the field. 5:24 to play here in the first quarter. So they had the ball approximately 3 minutes.
So Tatum Barker will attempt the extra point. Again, she's a freshman. Kick is down, kick is up, to the uprights, and it's good. So with the time on the clock at
5:24 to play, the Knights take the lead 7-0, Dave, and Spartans going to have to tighten up this defense and not let them keep marching down the field like that. Now, Spartans were able to, on that first possession, able to move the ball pretty well themselves and get down to within scoring position, but just couldn't finish the deal.
And you don't want to get too far behind with this team because they just showed they can go down the field in 3 minutes and put 7 points on the board.
So Spartans coming back out onto the field. They will receive. The Knights over around one of their coaches at the 35-yard line, and as we await them to come out and kick off to the Spartans.
Tatum Barker, again, freshman girl, number 13. I bet she took that number because she knew it was lucky. She's going to kick from the Knights' 40-yard line. Back deep is Carter DeBoer. Chad Owens up in the middle is Gavin Lynch. And we're waiting for the freshman girl to kick off as the whistle blows. And again, another short kick comes to the first up man. That's number 5, Braden Pearson, still on his feet, and he reverses field as he started to the left and come back to the right.
Pretty good footwork there.
Yes, it was. It brings the ball up to the Connersville 43-yard line. So good position this time by the Connersville Spartans to start off their second series. Glad everyone is listening. Hopefully people near and far are listening to the Knights broadcast. In case you just joined us, yes, it's me. I just got a little horsey tonight. It's afternoon and last night, so we'll get through it, no doubt. wide receivers to the right, one to the left. High up Buchanan takes the pitch back from Pearson and gets back to the line of scrimmage. They may give him a yard, but
no place to go.
They're going to place it right at the 40. So it's going to bring up second down and about 8 maybe.
Yeah, they gave him a couple yards there. And, well, actually, he earned a couple yards.
He did. Coming to the near side, Braden Pearson, also Carter Ward in the slot. Pearson takes a snap, passes over to DeBoer, and got 3 people to beat, and he's going to be run out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. He had no blocking out in front and had 3 Knights chasing him, and DeBoer tried to get as much yardage as he could.
Well, they gave him, he earned a couple more, so 3rd down and 6.
We're going to place the ball at the 42-yard line of Connersville. Glad you joined us tonight.
Happy to bring you these games each and every Friday night.
Absolutely. Braden Pearson comes far to the near side. Far side to Borden Owen. Pearson looking to pass. He's going to have to reverse his field. He's going to be sacked. Wow. Going to be sacked at the 30-yard line and brings up 4th down, and that hurts because the blocking up front broke down, and the Knights brought more people than Connersville's team could block. And Pearson was just left out in the middle of the field. No place to go.
4th and 18. They've got to punt it away.
So they're lining up to take. And then they'll switch. And Braden Jones will do the kicking. An end-over-end punt. It comes down short inside the 45-yard line. And rolls, takes a Connersville bounce. It's going to stop right at the 36-yard line. So a nice punt and roll for Connersville. We'll take it.
Yep.
So
defense, once again, now they're moving it up because we touched it.
Okay.
Yeah, we did touch it as it was coming down. That's what I thought, and I was hoping I was wrong.
I didn't see that part. I was just watching the ball roll. So, instead of the 42 with the 36, it's at the 43-yard line of South Dearborn. 1st and 10. Quarterback Adam Kunkel. And that quarterback with running backs C.J. Evans, C.J. Rogers will alternate. 1st and 10. Kunkel ready to take the snap. Looking to pass. Looks left. Got a man going down the sideline and is caught. Still on his feet and got one man to beat. Still on his feet and he breaks tackle. And just like that, goes in for the touchdown. And that was Rhys Willoughby. Rhys Willoughby, a senior, 6'3", 180. He caught that football right around the 40-yard line of Connersville. Broke the tackle. Twice because we were holding on to his feet and the defender had nobody to help him.
No.
And he just twisted and turned and got away and scored a touchdown.
Able to stay in bounds. And so that makes it 13-0 with a chance to go up 14-0 here. 3:35 to play, 1st period.
Tatum Barker getting set for the point after kick. Officials ready to go. Ball is ready for the snap. Kick is up. A little short.
I think we might have blocked it.
And it's no good because Connersville was able to get through and block it. So a point left on the field could come back to haunt. We say that. So far it hasn't.
It hasn't, but it could.
You never know.
You never know. And
you want to get those points whenever you can. You got the opportunity.
It's like we might have gotten a hand on that. I'd be interested to see the film.
3:35 to go here in this 1st quarter. Sun going down. A beautiful night for football. Glad you're with us. Connersville looking for its 1st win of the season. Comes in 0-3. South Dearborn is 2-1. So the freshman girl will come out and kick the football. It's great to see that. I love seeing that. And you know,
got a lot of confidence in her.
You know those guys out there are going to protect her no matter what. So they're going to kick from their 40-yard line. Connersville with his third possession. Moved the football well in this first possession, but took really a bad sack in that last series to push Connersville back deep in their own territory.
Tatum Barker, the kicker, she is 5'9" and 120 pounds, so not very big.
You taller than me?
Well, that's true. A lot of people are.
And the up man gets that for Connersville, and that's Dakota Reebsummer. So a short kick, ball going to be spotted at about the 35-yard line. So Dakota Reebsummer got that kickoff catch.
Return of 10.
So they're going to switch out the football. Place the ball at the 35-yard line of Connersville.
3:28 to play here, first quarter, in case you just tuned in. Spartans down already 13-0. They have the football.
Chad Owens comes to the near side, far right. Pearson looking to pass over the middle. Caught Carter the board. Across the 40-yard line, so he's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5, depending on where they spot the football. We'll give him 5 yards, bring up second down and 5.
Score update.
Well, how about second down and 4? We'll give him 6.
I like that better.
We'll give him 6. Second down for the Spartans. That pass was over the middle to Carter the board. Pearson looking over the defense, ready to take the snap. Does. Looking to pass again. Got some protection. Now he's going to have to run. And he throws it, and it's almost caught by Carter the board again.
Thought he had it.
At the 50-yard line, but it bounces off his arms and hands, so it falls incomplete. So he's going to bring up third down and 4. Spartans on the move. 13-0. The Knights lead.
2:51 to play in the first.
Connersville ready to come up to the line. Pearson looks over the defense. Yep. And here comes the defense as they were ready for that. They were ready for that play. And so Kyle Sievert on the carry had no place to go. It looks like they brought their inside linebackers, South Dearborn did, on a blitz and bottled up the middle. So Seifert had no place to go.
It's like lost the yard.
I'll bring up fourth down. Ball placed at the Connersville 40-yard line. Again, Braden Jones goes to the far side. Chad Owens to the near side. Let's see if they switch out and punt the football. Still waiting. Play clock it now.
Timeout being taken by the
Spartans called timeout, and all timeouts are powered by
Russ Shelby Energy, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, as well as Noah's Battery. Charge your life at Noah's Battery across from Roberts Park.
Our specialist will get you back in the game.
We know a guy.
Thank you to our medical director, Dr. David Argo, and certified athletic trainer, Kyler
So,
Hendricks, for the amazing service they provide our student athletes.
Spartans will have fourth down here at their own 40-yard line. We'll see what they elect to do. We've seen them keep it before.
Yes. It depends on where the ball is on the field. And using your timeouts is very smart because this, again, is a teaching situation. And you don't get a bonus by taking timeouts into the halftime locker room. You don't. And timeouts maybe be a little bit more precious towards the end of the game, maybe, but not in the first half. If you see something you want done, then call the timeout, get the players over, and get the instructions.
Make the adjustment and go.
Right. Near side, Chad Owens. Pearson takes a snap. Going to pass. Got a man open over here to the near side. He's still trying to fight for yardage, and he's not going to get it.
Right idea there, just came up a little bit short.
Right. Carter DeBoard caught the football, but the defenders was right there, and so he had no place to go. And Connersville turns the ball over on downs, gives the ball back to South Dearborn.
And it looks like they're going to place it at Spartan 42.
That's in Spartan territory. Good field position for the Knights. Adam Kunkel, quarterback. Running back behind him.
1:59 to play here, first quarter.
Kunkel's still looking over. Now he looks at the plays on his sleeve. Running back comes up to next to him on the left. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to C.J. Rogers.
Gone.
And he's going to go up the field and in untouched. Has great blocking on the offensive line for South Dearborn. And C.J. Rogers goes in for the touchdown. So another 6 points put on the board, makes the score 19-0.
Minute 51 to play here in the first quarter.
It's like, go ahead, Sam.
Young ladies back out there ready for the PAT.
Marker in for the point after.
You would think they would go for 2 to make it 21, but they're going to take the points as they can get them. Last PAT was failed and blocked by Connersville, but this one is up to the uprights, and it's good. So Connersville now trails 20-0.
51 to go here.
And
And we'll take a 30-second break and come back and have more. This is Spartan football on KMix 106.9.
It's events like this game that make our community such a great place in which to live, work, and play. All of us at FCN Bank applaud the CHS Spartans for their hard work and dedication. Thank you for reminding us once again why we all choose to call this place home. FCN, building stronger communities, one great local event at a time. Go CHS Spartans. Good luck. FCN Bank, member FDIC.
And we are back at Aurora. South Dearborn High School is both teams back out on the field, and Spartans will be receiving here. Back with the call, Dave Pollard.
thank you, Sam. Carter DeVord and Chad Owens back at their own 15-yard line to receive. Tatum Barker will kick off, the freshman girl for the Knights. Reaches the football, end over end, comes to this near side, and picked up by the up man that time, and that was Dakota Reed-Summer. So a good kick, not much of a return. The Spartans will take over 1st and 10 inside their own territory. See where they place the football after they switch them out. And I'm not going to say it.
Okay, don't say it.
I'll tell you when the first one comes in, okay?
All right.
Ball placed at the Connersville 26-yard line. That's where they'll start 1st and 10. Gavin Pearson, the quarterback. Wide receivers to the left and right. Pearson looks to pass, got a man open, and it falls incomplete as it was intended for Carter DeVord in the left flat. He was at about the 30, 36-yard line, but couldn't hang on, and the defender was right there to bring him down. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Connersville 26. Spartans looking to put some points on the board. In this first quarter, they trail 20-0. And the Knights can't put points on the board. They've shown that already.
Yeah, every time they've had the ball.
A handoff that time to Kyle Seifert. Gets that across the 30-yard line, so a pickup of some yardage to move the sticks a little closer to that 1st down marker. But it's going to bring up 3rd down, ball placed at the 30-yard line. And 3rd down and about 6. Spartans, after the huddle, come up to the line. And they've got an official's timeout as one of the players for South Dearborn took his helmet off. Maybe an equipment situation, and had to be replaced because either take a timeout or replace him, and that they've done.
That was Drew Probst, and he's being replaced by Blake Lagley.
Gavin Pearson with 3rd and 6. Takes the snap, looking at the pass. Got a man down to our far sideline.
Oh, nice
he
catch.
makes the catch, just like that. Connersville's picked up a 1st down. Catch by Chad Owens. And 1st downs are powered by Hickory Creek of Connersville on North Grand Avenue across from
Grandview School. Grandview School's got a new electronic sign out in front. Looks very nice.
So 1st down for the Spartans in the Knights' territory at the 45-yard line. Snap back and gives it to Kyle Seifert. Still on his feet. Got a couple of tackles to beat, but he does pick up positive yardage that time. Brings up second down and about, we'll call it second down and 7.
Mm-hmm. That's what the scoreboard says. Coming up on 40 seconds to play here in the first period.
Coming to the near side of wide receivers, Braden Jones. Full backfield this time for the Spartans. A new look. Takes a snap. Hands the ball off to the first man through. And that was Seifert again. And he maybe gets a yard at most. So getting closer to that 40-yard line brings up third down. We'll make it third down and 6.
Sun's nearly off the field now.
Beautiful sunset here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Spartans are waiting for the clock to just wind down, and they don't have to run a play, I would assume.
And it's all zeros.
So that's the end of the first quarter. Here in South Dearborn, it's South Dearborn Knights 20, Connersville Spartans nothing.
We'll be back to second quarter action in a minute. This is Spartan football on KMix 106.9.
Natural gas is America's best home value when compared to other energy sources. And now gas is an even better value with the Ohio Valley Gas Incentive Program. Replace your electric furnace or electric hot water heater with a clean-burning natural gas model and get big rebates from Ohio Valley Gas. See the incentive plan online at ovgc.com or call your Ohio Valley Gas office. You'll discover that natural gas is more economical and more comfortable. Ohio Valley Gas, fueling your future naturally.
Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, gives you the very best deals in tires. Don's has all major brands available in stock and in all price ranges. You can rely on Don's Auto Sales and Tires, in business for over 40 years. And Don's Auto Sales has a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles in prices ranging from $1,000 to $30,000. Need new tires or a quality vehicle? Available from Don's Auto Sales and Tires, 126 West 2nd Street, Connersville. The phone number is 825-7730.
And we are back ready for second quarter action at South Dearborn, where the Knights are up over the Spartans 20-0. And here with second quarter action, the voice of the Spartans, although hoarse, Dave Pollard.
Thank you very much, Sam. We'll be fine. Third down and 6 for the Spartan ball. Placed inside the 41-yard line of the Knights. Pearson takes the snap. Hands the ball off this time to Michael Buchanan and had no place to go. The defense for South Dearborn was got through that offensive line real easy that time. So the offensive line for Connersville is going to have to dig in deep and start protecting their runners, start protecting their quarterback.
Loss of a couple brings up fourth down. We'll call it 4th and 8.
Connersville is going to go for it. Chad Owens to the far side. Carter Board in the slot. To the near side in front of us, Braden Jones. Pearson going to pass. Now he's being chased. Still being chased, and he's going to be sacked at the 45-yard line of South Dearborn. But just like that, about a 20-yard loss because he was looking for someone to pass to. The receivers were not open, and he couldn't outrun the defense for South Dearborn.
So it turns it over on downs and puts the Knights in Spartan territory.
Maybe it might have been a good idea to throw it to the sidelines and out of bounds to save some yardage. Maybe. Never know. That's why they coach and we sit up here.
That's right.
Ball placed at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, South Dearborn. Adam Kunkel still quarterbacking for the Knights. Waiting for the snap. And hands the ball off this time to C.J. Rogers. And
big yards.
Big yardage again. As first down yardage by Rogers. And they have shown that they can pass the football. But so far in this first half, they run the football really well. So a gain of 13 yards brings up a first down for the South Dearborn Knights. Ball placed at the 33-yard line.
20-0. 11:02 to play in the half.
Kunkel looks to the sidelines and looks to his arm for that information. Going to pass to the right side. Well, it's tipped by Chad Owens, and so the pass is incomplete. Good job by Owens to get his fingers on that ball and tip that ball away so that the guy who has caught more tonight than anybody, and turn it over here so I can see, Austin Ballard, coach's son, lines up at a wide receiver, comes to the near side. Running back is Rogers. Adam Kunkel waiting to take the snap. 2nd down and 10. Still waiting. Takes the snap. Hands the ball off to Rogers. Goes around the right side. Got some people to beat. Got blockers out in front. Still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down yardage for South Dearborn. And they've shown that they can pass the ball and run the ball so far in this first half, Sam.
Yeah, they can do it all. You know, teams we've seen this year have been pretty good. EIAC, for the most part, is a very good football conference.
So we'll call it almost a 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Adam Kunkel with Evans to his right. Pass over the middle and caught, but stopped right there before he gets to the 10-yard line. So Otto was the intended receiver, and Otto was the catcher, receptor of that pass from Kunkel.
So 2nd and 4 now for South Dearborn.
South Dearborn uses as much of the play clock as they possibly can. They don't get in a hurry. Now look to the right, wide receiver.
Turns,
Go
looks
ahead.
to the coach. Sorry, trying to save your voice.
Thank you. So Kunkel's going to keep it. He's looking for someone to pass to, and he throws it. It's intercepted by Connersville, but they're going to stay out of bounds.
Yeah. Stepped in front of it, but stepped on the sideline.
So Chad Owens tried to get the interception, but I didn't see that. But a lot of people in front of us saw that. He was out of bounds. You have good eyes, you know that. Are they brown?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Does that make them good?
I'm not going to say.
I see in color.
3rd down for the Knights. We'll call it 3rd down and 4. As the offense looks to the sidelines, get instructions from the coaching staff, and hands the ball off to Rogers, and goes right up the gut and into the end zone. Touchdown, the Knights.
Comes at 9:47 to play in the first half.
So that's 26-0 now in favor of the Knights. We're not even halfway through this 2nd quarter. Again, at halftime, it's going to be an extended halftime, at 20-minute halftime, they tell me, because it's homecoming. So loosen up your vocal cords. And
you want me to sing?
No. And the kick, extra point from the freshman kicker is good. So, just like that, Tatum Barker puts the extra point on. And the score now is 27-0 in favor of South Dearborn.
Looking at possibility of another game with a running clock. What is that rule? How many points?
35.
35 points.
Has to be 35 at halftime. It cannot be 35 any earlier than halftime.
And, right. And if it's not, but it goes in the second half and the 3rd quarter goes to 35 point spread, then it would kick in then as well.
Yes.
Yes. Just so those listening at home know as much as I know, and they probably know a lot more.
Okay. what time on the clock do we have?
9:47 to play here in the first half. 27-0 is your score. As the lights are now on the field.
And the freshman kicker, Tatum Barker, she will kick from the 40-yard line. Back is Carter to board, Chad Owens. And she's being kind of short with her kicks. And this is another short kick. It's going to go to the up man. And what do we got?
I don't know. Officials blowing their whistle. False start.
Okay, I guess I was going to say we hadn't had any flags, but we did have one flag on Connersville and encroachment. So we don't want to see a lot of yellow laundry on the field here tonight. Well, good, clean football coming from both teams. Don't want anybody hurt. So that's going to offside on the kickoff by South Dearborn. Back at the 35, a 5-yard penalty. So Spartans get a little bit closer to midfield. Like I said, her kicks have been kind of short going to the up person. Dakota Reap Summers caught a couple. And goes through Chad Owens' hands, and he picks it back up, and finally he's going to be knocked out of bounds by 3 Knights. So Chad Owens got the football. It was a short kick, but still, he was knocked out of bounds by 3 defenders. Connersville will take over 1st and 10.
He bobbled it a little bit, but he did a good job of gathering it and pulling it in.
They switched players on me that time. They put Chad Owens up because the kicks had been short from her, and they want him to have the football as many times as he can on kickoff because he's run a couple back in the last year or two. I think it was last year he ran one back. But 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line of Connersville. Gavin Pearson looks over the defense. Kyle Seifert to his left. Takes the snap. Pearson looking to pass. Got a man out in the flat. Caught by Carter DeBoard. He gets up to about the 38-yard line. Is going to be stopped right there. So a gain of about 3 maybe. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 8 for the Spartans.
2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. It's just a yard difference, but you never know. Can make a difference. 2nd down for the Spartans. Coming to the near side is Braden Pearson. In the slot. And far side got Carter DeBoard and Chad Owens. Pearson back, looking for someone to pass to. Now going to have to run with it. And passes it out of bounds. And smart play by Pearson as he was being chased. You don't want to lose yardage here. Just throw the ball away.
Yep.
You'll get another down. So it was smart play that time by Gavin to just get rid of the football instead of taking a big loss. Brings up 3rd down and 8 for Connersville. 27-0 is the score. South Dearborn ahead of Connersville. I apologize for my scratchy voice, and
no need to.
that's just the way it is.
We
Snap
can
back.
hear you. At least it's not laryngitis.
That's for sure. Pearson takes the snap, hands the ball off on a delayed handoff to Kyle Seifert. Seifert had no place to go, so that moves him back a little bit. Now it's going to be 4th down and 9 for Connersville. So we'll see if they're going to snap the football and take an offensive play, or if they're going to punt. Normally what they do is they get out of this formation, and Braden Jones goes back to kick, and that's what he's going to do right now. So they switch out with the wide receiver, Jeremiah Buchanan. Jones, kick. Spiral kick, and takes a Connersville bounce and goes out of bounds inside the 26-yard line. So good kick by Braden Jones.
8:06 to play in the first half. Spartans trail by 27.
Let's have it 1st and 10. Salter own 29.
So they will take over the Knights on their own 29-yard line, and as the sideline moves in that direction.
The far hash mark on the field. Connersville's defense comes out. They've got to stiffen up here. They've got to play better than they have so far in this first half. Adam Kunkel, the quarterback. Running back in the backfield. And you got Ballard out here to wide receiver for the Knights. Snap back. Hands it off to the first running back. and he's got people out in front of him, and he's going to go down the field untouched as he looks back as to taunt and cheer. I would have loved for Connersville to tackle him.
Well, he did in the end zone.
7-1 into the end zone. And the Knights from the board again.
Man, oh man. So that makes it 33-0 with 7:51 to play in the first half. They'll bring the young lady, the freshman, out on the field. That's Tatum Barker, the 5'9" freshman. Try to get the extra point.
Lots of time left here in this first half. Parker's only missed one PAT that was blocked by Connersville that time. This kick is up to the uprights, and it's good. So your score is the Knights 34, Connersville nothing.
And we'll keep it right here with 7:51 to play in the half. So still a lot of time until halftime. As we said, an extended halftime here as it is homecoming. There'll be a 20-minute halftime, and then they'll put 3 more minutes. So it's actually a 23-minute halftime. And even when it's a 15-minute halftime, it's an 18-minute halftime. I don't know why they just don't call it an 18-minute halftime.
Well, I think maybe they want the kittens to come out on the field for clock ticks 0 so they can warm up.
Okay. Yeah.
Beautiful weather for football here tonight.
It's lovely. I was out on the motorcycle today. What a great day. I plan to get out on it again tomorrow, and it's
be careful.
And then Sunday, plan to be on it as well. So may not be very many more days, weekends like this.
That's for sure. So again, the kicker for the Knights, the freshman girl, Tatum Barker, will kick from her own 40-yard line. And back to receive for Connersville, Dakota Reepsummer. And the far side is Carter DeBoer. They've got Chad Owens up a little closer because her kicks have been short tonight, but she's done a great job as far as PATs and kicking the football. End over end again. It goes to Chad Owens. That's what they put him up there for. Looking for room, and he sidesteps some people, got some room down the field, and now there's a flag. And just like that, we got probably holding on Connersville. Let's just see what the call is going to be. I got 2 flags.
Adam Gaynor really threw him out of bounds there hard, but see what the call is.
Well, there's 2 flags on the field, and we talked about we didn't want to see any yellow laundry, but it's there.
Well, it's inevitable.
Holding against Connersville.
Okay.
Penalty is a holding call against the Spartans.
And what's the other one then? $34-0 here, 7:40 to play. Maybe they're just picking that other one up.
From the 31, so Connersville should have it
Oh.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
So they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and that's a big penalty right there because Chad Owens had the ball across the 40-yard line. So
past the across the Knights 40-yard line.
So Spartans 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Gavin Pearson, quarterback, waiting for the snap. Looks, got somebody to pass. Going downfield, Braden Pearson looks for the football, and he was being defended that time by the Knights defender, number 82. That was Corbin McHenry. Actually, McHenry was between Pearson and the football.
Incomplete.
Ball is incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass, stops the clock.
Yep, with 7:35 to go here until halftime. So Spartans will try it again here, 2nd and 10.
Wide receivers to the left and to the right. Comes to Pearson to the left side. It's knocked out of bounds as he gets across the 25-yard line. So a positive pickup of yardage.
Knocked out of bounds by the Henry of the Knights.
And they're going to place the ball at the
7-yard line.
27-yard line, so 3rd down and 4. Connersville looking to put points on the board for halftime. They trail 34-0. Not been able to stop South Dearborn Knights tonight. Pearson, snap. Man over the middle. Carter the board over his head to the outstretched hands, and it falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It was right on target other than being just a little too tall. So that stops the clock again at 7:24. Brings up 4th down.
Connersville again looking to put points on the board here in this first half. They moved the ball pretty well in that first series of the game, but
Yep.
not much since then.
Had 3 first downs on the night.
4th down and 5. We'll call it. Pearson running. Got a man open a far side. Like Chad
that was
Owens.
close to a first down.
And looks like he's going to get first down yardage. And a catch was made that time from Gavin Pearson.
For the Knights, but forward progress, they'll mark him out to the 32-yard line. And that'll be enough for
So Connersville first down. First downs are powered by Hickory Creek of Connersville on North Grand Avenue across from
Grandview School.
So good play by Gavin Pearson, Chad Owens to pick up that first down. Coming to the near side is Braden Pearson. Seifert to the right. Pearson takes a snap. Looks for the man. Got Gavin Lynch over the middle and across the 46-yard line. Another pickup of first down yardage. I see no flags. So they're moving the football. Connersville's first downs are powered by Hickory Creek of Connersville on North Grand Avenue across from
Grandview School. And, you know, we were just talking about they only had 3 first downs there in that first quarter, and it's been a while, and now we got back-to-back first downs.
That's what we need to
Maybe
move
we
the
need
football.
to talk about that more often.
Evidently. We'll let you do that.
All right.
1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Gavin Pearson takes the snap. Going to pass. Drops back. Now he's going to have to run, being chased by 3 Knights. And he's going to be brought down. Looked like a horse collar. It looked like the defender had his hand inside the jersey in the back. But no flag, so
2-yard line, that's a loss of 3. Bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yeah. Hung on to it too long and had nobody to pass it to.
loss of about 3 yards on the play.
So 2nd and 13. Clock continues to run here. 6:22 to play in the half. Play clock down to 12 as now the Spartans come to the line.
Coming to the near side, Braden Pearson. Running back, Kyle Seifert. Over the middle, Carter the board, and a catch is made. So at the 47-yard line, pick up of some yardage, brings up 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for Connersville. So a positive pickup of yardage that time, Sam.
Yeah, that's good to see. All of a sudden here in the last couple of minutes of play time that Spartans have picked it up offensively.
Couple completions. Nice run. Pearson ready for the snap. 3rd and 8. Going to have to run with it. Still looking. Passes it downfield. Got a man open. That pass interference. If I've ever seen one, thank you. The guy was all over his back.
Yeah, finally they throw the flag.
He must be wearing my glasses.
We got a flag in the backfield and we got 2 flags here, so we'll see what happens.
Holding against Connersville.
All right.
And I guess the official on the far side is going to pick up his flag.
Yeah. Well, the holding would have come first.
Penalties will offset. Replay 3rd down.
So the penalties will offset, so the replay 3rd down and 8. But a nice play that time. Pearson over the middle. He just couldn't get the yardage, and penalties kind of hurt him. Ball placed at the 47-yard line of Connersville, 3rd and 8. Pearson waiting to take the snap. Does. Steps back, going to throw. Now he's going to run with it and pitch the ball in front of him. That time it's incomplete. And so
I don't think he was expecting it. It's just a little
Gavin Lynch.
Shovel pass there.
Gavin Lynch wasn't expecting that. Actually, the shovel pass was behind Lynch. So we got another timeout called by Connersville as it comes up 4th down and 8. The ball placed at the 47-yard line.
Might as well use these timeouts. 5:15 to play here. So Coach Jackson using up the halftime, or using up the timeouts rather, as we still got 5:15 to play before halftime.
These are teaching moments.
Mm-hmm.
Get your group together and everybody be on the same page. Coming up at halftime, it's homecoming here for South Dearborn. I think you're right. Every time we come down here, it is homecoming for them. And the kids really do that. They crown a king and queen and a prince and princess. That's why I saw pictures down there when we come in.
Yeah, it's a big deal for these young folks. Perfect night for it. Our homecoming will be September 24th when we host Simon Kenton out of Independence, Kentucky.
First time, I think.
First time I know of we ever played a Kentucky team.
So it's 4th down and 8 from the 47-yard line of Connersville. Connersville with the football. Pearson passes out to the left flat. Carter to board and got one man to beat, and then going to be knocked out of bounds just across the 50-yard line. It's not going to be enough for a first down, so Connersville will turn the ball over again, and he turned it over on down. So the ball placed at the 50, midfield stripe.
You know, maybe our good friend Bob Powers could do a little research and make sure that this is the first time we've.
Yeah,
he's a wealth of knowledge.
I'm going to say he knows more about sports than you and I put together.
Yeah, he does. Terry to my left says it's the first time we've ever played anybody from Kentucky.
So the ball placed inside the 50-yard line, inside Knight territory. The nose of the football touching the 50-yard line. Adam Kunkel, quarterback for the Knights. Waiting for the snap. Takes the snap. And I think we got a flag on the Knights. We got a false start on South Dearborn, so it's going to back them up 5. I thought somebody moved just a little bit too quick. I think it was a running back. But running back for the Knights being C.J. Rogers. So back it up 5 yards, puts the ball nose touching the 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Knights. They lead 34-0. Not much time left on this clock here in this second quarter.
Down to 5:07 to play. Play clock down to 10. As you mentioned it earlier, the Knights take their time on the play clock.
Under center this time. Fake pitch back and hand it off to the first running back through. That's going to be C.J. Evans, and a pickup of a couple on that play. So it's going to be 2nd down at about 13.
We haven't seen him under center much tonight.
No.
Keeps the clock running, though. 4:45 here.
Ballard comes to the sideline. Coming to the near side, wide receiver, Isaiah Otto. High formation. Hand off the second back through, and Connersville's ready for that one. It goes nowhere. So Rogers was a carrier, and he had no place to go. So South Dearborn's just content to run the football right now.
They lead 34-0, 4:15 to play in the half. It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to the home of the Spartans, 106.9 FM and AM 1580 WLPK, Connersville, Indiana.
Ballard comes to the near side, to the right. By formation behind the quarterback Kunkel. Knights with the football. Takes a snap, takes the handoff, looking for somebody to pass. And got a man caught on the sidelines. And down to the sideline he goes, Ashton Kittle. And big first down yardage by the Knights. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 25-yard line of Connersville.
3:48 to play. Knights knocking on the door again here.
We'll put the ball at the 27-yard line when he went out of bounds. As the Knights look to the sideline to get their instructions from the sideline. Also lining up in the backfield is Ashton Kittle right in front of Rogers. Under center this time, Kunkel hands the ball off to Rogers. Goes up the middle, makes a couple tackles, still on his feet. Twists around and finally brought down at time. And we got a flag.
After the play, after he was down, I think.
Wow. If they call that unnecessary roughness, what have we been doing this first half?
Yeah. It's a rough game.
South Dearborn's backing up, so it must be against them.
They're backing way up here. So,
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Face
Face
mask.
mask against South Dearborn. So
they're going to pick it up. So it's a 15-yard variety.
Against the Knights.
Yep. So that backs it way up.
So
It'll
the ball
be
goes back to the 39-yard line.
first and 25.
12.
it's the yard marker for first down is inside the 20-yard line of Connersville. The ball is placed at the 39, so it's going to be second down
First
and
and
19.
25.
Second and 25.
Yeah, I think. Well, they got second and 22 on the board, so it is second down.
Kunkel this time in the pistol formation. Running back to his right is Rogers, and this near side to the right is and the ball comes loose as it was intended for that time. Intended for Justin McGraw, but comes loose. And we got a flag on the play. And Connersville jumped too soon. You know, you get 15 and you give 5 back, or 10.
Mm-hmm.
Offside Connersville.
Penalty is an offsides call against Connersville.
So we get 15, we give 10 of it back. So we're going to move the football towards.
A lot of discussion out there between the officials.
Offside the call against Connersville. 5-yard mark off.
So second 17 now.
34-yard line.
Just
Okay.
under 3 minutes to play.
Second down for the Knights. They lead 34-0. Adam Kunkel, quarterback, looks to the sidelines. Got Rogers to his left, the running back. Wide receivers to the right and left. Ready to take the snap. Looks to pass out to the left flat. Caught that time. And still on his feet is
First down
Rhys
yardage.
Willoughby. And Willoughby is a senior. I remember hearing his name a lot last year when they come to Connersville.
Mark down to 22-yard line. That's
Good
a gain
football
of
player.
12.
Yes, sir.
It'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
If I'm not mistaken, he may have played basketball as well.
I think they have. I thought that was first down. It was not.
Can be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah.
But still in deep Connersville territory. Ball placed at about the 15-yard line. Adam Kunkel waiting for the snap. Looks to the sidelines. Connersville's defense is ready, and here they come. And pass out here. It's the right side, and it's caught that time by Isaiah Otto. He goes out of bounds. So we'll see where they place the
I don't
football.
think it's about a yard short.
It'll bring up a 4th down and 2 for the Knights.
I'm going to say 4th down and 2. And they're going to go for it, obviously.
Mm-hmm. 2:05 to play here.
So the kicker is coming out. She's going to try a field goal.
Okay.
Barker coming in.
That's-
She'll be attempting a 36-yard field goal.
So she's going to try a 36-yard field goal.
You know, why not? They're up 34-0, and this is good practice.
Kick is up. It's blocked by Connersville. It's no good. didn't even get close to the crossbar, so they'll turn it over on downs. The Knights will, with a 34-0 score, with how much time we got left?
We got 2 minutes exactly.
No 2-minute warning here.
No 2-minute
We'll
warning.
just warn you, there's no 2-minute warning.
You know, they brought that out, and she probably didn't have the leg for it, but it was a good practice for her, and I think good sportsmanship on the South Dearborn coach for not running the score up.
Right. They could have went for it.
And probably would have gotten it
Yes.
on 4th down.
And, you know, she's a freshman, so she's got a lot of football to play and good learning experience for her and her teammates as well. Connersville, 1st and 10. That back. Pearson looking over the middle. Now he's going to have to run with it, and he's going to be sacked back at the 10-yard line. So the ball was at the 20, and a 10-yard loss on the sack as the blocking broke down on the offensive line.
Do that again, it's safety. Back it up 10 more. We don't want that.
No. Ball inside the, say, the 13-yard line. Second down and 16. 19.
Well, no.
I can't.
About 16.
I can't see
Yeah,
the
it is
scoreboard.
16.
So.
It is 16. They just changed it.
Okay. Second down and 16. Connersville with the football. 34-0. Knights. Pearson looking to pass. Now going to have to run with it. This pass to the middle on the far side towards the middle and didn't even get close to the receiver, so falls incomplete and brings up 3rd down and 16.
With 1:06 to play.
Connersville's offense has sputtered in this first half. Maybe they can get things turned around. The Knights will have the football to start the second half as they won the toss and deferred.
So Spartans come back. Line of scrimmage, and here we go.
Braden Pearson comes to the near side. Pearson rolls to his right, looks for someone to pass and over the middle, and it falls incomplete. It's intended for Chad Owens, and the defender right over his shoulder knocks that football away.
4th down and 16 for the Spartans.
So it's 4th down and 16.
Minute 2, just 4 seconds off the clock. Got a long second quarter. First quarter, I thought, went pretty quickly.
Yes, it did. Connersville, deep in their own territory, will probably punt the football away unless they can get somebody behind the defense, and that they've not been able to do yet. 4th and 16. Pearson.
He calls timeout.
Timeout is he could not get his players where they needed to be. All timeouts are powered by
Russ Shelby Energy, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, and
Noah's Battery. Light up your world with Noah's Battery across from Roberts Park in Connersville.
so Spartans over on the far side, huddled up, and the Knights to our immediate right here on the near side. As Spartans are down 34-0 here in the second quarter. 1:02 to play. They'll be back on the road next week when they travel to Henshaw Field to play the Lions. One of the R's.
One of the R's, absolutely. And if you've listened to any of our broadcasts, you know what that means. So back to punt the football is Braden Jones. So he's going to do the punting. And it's a short kick, and it comes down and goes out of bounds across the 41-yard line. So
Braden Jones punts it away for Connersville. It's going to go out of bounds for the Spartans.
So the Knights will take over on downs with 57 seconds to play.
28 on the punt, nothing on the return. Knights have it first.
And we'll see what they do here.
Adam Kunkel, the quarterback, gets instructions from the coaching staff. Brings his players out. Number 10, Justin McGraw, our wide receiver. Also, Austin Mallert The right receiver comes to the near side. And Rogers, one of the running back, side by side. Kunkel ready for the snap. Connersville showing blitz. They back off. Now Rogers will come to the right side of Kunkel. Again, Connersville showing blitz. Here they come. Ball handed off to Rogers. And still on his feet. Breaks 3 tackles. And still on his feet again. You're going to run into the end zone for a touchdown if there's no flags on the field. So Rogers broke 3 tackles that time, as Connersville was not able to bring him down with their hands. And he had good blocking, so C.J. Rogers goes in for the score. That makes the score 40-0 here with less than a minute to go in the half.
So, as it stands right now, unless the Spartans score late here, we will have a running clock in the second half.
So, Tatum Barker ready for the extra point kick. Snap is back. Kick is up between the uprights. And it's good. So the score is 41-0 in favor of the South Dearborn Knights with how much time we got left.
With 46.9 seconds to play. And Spartans will have one more chance here on offense in this half. Knights will have the football to start the second half as they deferred to start the game.
I heard Coach say in the interview before the game, in the pregame, that South Dearborn was down several years, and this coaching staff has really worked hard to bring this South Dearborn program where it is today.
And I think our coaching staff is trying to achieve that same thing. So, I remember coming down here, Dave, and this being a win for the Spartans many years in a row.
So, Coach Jackson's got his coaching staff, and they're going to create an atmosphere of winning football. Just takes time. You've got young players out there that maybe hadn't never played football again, but they don't give up. They play hard on every play. So Tatum Barker will come out and kick the football from her own 40-yard line. Back to receive is Dakota Reed-Summer. The up man is Gavin Lynch and Chad Owens. Also Braden Jones. Cover the board on the far side in the back. Back at the 15-yard line. And we're waiting for the kick from the freshman kicker. She's ready. Kick is up and end over end. And again, it goes to, we got a flag.
Offsides again on them?
Yeah, offside on them because you saw Barker pick up the tee, and she wasn't very happy. She didn't like that. You know, talk to your teammates when you go in the locker room. 5-yard penalty against South Dearborn. That's the second offside penalty on the kickoff for them in this first half. Beautiful night here in the South. Near Dearborn, Aurora, Indiana, on the river. We're about as south as south we can be in this area of the state. So from the 35 this time, Parker will attempt to kick to the Spartans. Spartans doesn't have much time to put points on the board, and that's the shorter kick than ever. And touched by a Connersville Spartan, but the Spartans fall on it. As touching the football that time first was Elijah Murray, and it went through his hands. A couple Spartans jumped on the football, thank goodness, and Spartans retained possession.
44.4 to play here in the first half. This quarter has gone on for about 45 minutes, but when you throw the ball
and don't catch it,
and the clock stops every time, it extends the game.
Pearson,
let's just say that.
Hands the ball off to Seifert. Gets some positive yardage that time.
Seifert brought down by Sean Sommer for the Knights. And the clock continues to run now, down to 25 seconds.
Connersville does not have to run a play according to the play clock. So ball is placed at the 43-yard line. Second down and 6. Connersville comes up to the line. If I know the Spartans, they're going to run the play. They're not going to really run out. Hand it off again to Seifert. Goes around the outside. Got positive yardage. Got close, but I'm not sure if they're going to give him. It's going to come about a yard short.
8-yard line. That'll do it.
And that's it for the first half as the clock winds down to 0. And at halftime, your score is South Dearborn 41, Connersville nothing.
And we'll be back with the halftime show in 2 minutes. This is Spartan Football on KMix 106.9.
You will find the answer to your every flooring need at Foles Flooring at 301 Beach Street in Connersville. Yes, Foles Flooring has a large selection of carpet and tile, also vinyl and laminates, luxury vinyl tiles, and hardwoods. You will receive a free estimate on your choice of flooring plus expert installation. Their friendly staff will help you through the entire process. Foles Flooring also provides bathroom upgrades, remodeling, and custom shower systems at 301 Beach Street, Connersville. 765-692-0800 is the phone number.
Is your knee pain getting worse? For the work, the play, the everyday, the experienced orthopedic surgeons in Newcastle offer pain-relieving knee surgery options. Don't wait to enjoy life again. Trust the knee surgery experts at Henry County Center for Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine in Newcastle. Call 765-521-7385 for your appointment at Henry County Center for Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, a Henry Community Health Medical Group.
Are you thinking about buying or selling your home? Stay local and call Trish Smith at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. She will walk you through the process to make an easy transition and lead you to your dream home. Please contact Trish at 265-2663 to begin your journey today.
The all-new Larkin Greenwood Ford is proud to sponsor and support your Spartan athletic teams. Larkin Greenwood Ford is excited to be part of the Connersville and Whitewater Valley community. Larkin Greenwood Ford wants to earn your business by offering service and value. Please support the Larkin Greenwood Ford team that supports your Spartan teams. Like them on Facebook and visit them at 2350 Park Road in Connersville.
And we are back at Aurora, South Dearborn High School with Dave Pollard. I'm Sam Harvey. Halftime here in this EIAC conference matchup between the Spartans and the Knights. And the Knights, it's been all night long at 41-0. Taking a look now at how that transpired as South Dearborn got on the board with 5:24 to play in the first quarter, and they get the point after, makes it 7-0. With 3:35 to play, they miss the point after, but they go up 13-0. And after one period of play, well, 1:52 to play in that first quarter, they score 7 more, making it 20-0. In the in the second quarter, getting ahead of myself, they got a touchdown with 9:47 to play, making it 27-0, and turn right around less than 2 minutes later, get another touchdown and 7 points to run the score to 34-0. And then late here in the first half with 46.9 to play, they go ahead 41-0, which means, Dave, in the second half, we will have a running clock.
Yes, and while it's not something that we want to see with Connors behind in the score, then it's better for the teammates out there on the field because they don't have to be out on the field so long. I was thinking about, the homecoming and the different places we go. Everyone does it different, and everyone has a great time when they do that. And you've got parents standing in front of us here, which there's nothing going on for us to see on the field except the band's playing and so forth, and parents taking videos. That's great.
Yes, it is, because at a football game, there's so many other things like the band and cheerleaders and all those things that go with it, because it's a performance, because of the field, because of its size. And very nice routine done here by the Knights band.
And you've got the people behind the scenes that bring these things out. They've got fence posts, and they've got buildings, a blacksmith, and so forth. So they really dress it up really nice here. And so there's people behind the scenes that work hard as well.
Absolutely. And these band members, it's a year-round thing with them. I mean, they work at it. You know, they're at football games, they're at basketball games. They have summer shows and competitions, competition in the fall. So you got to commend the hard work for them. In a lot of ways, a marching band, those guys are kind of athletic as well, because they got to be able to move and make sure they got the right steps.
Oh, absolutely.
And play an instrument at the same time.
Absolutely.
Well, taking a look elsewhere in the EIAC, Dave, tonight, as I can get the page turned here, this being Friday, September the 10th, East Central is at Franklin County, and there's no love lost between those two. No. So that ought to be a pretty good game. East Central, a good team, and we saw Franklin County a couple of weeks ago. Lawrenceburg, maybe we're supposed to play Greensburg tonight. I'm not sure, but they are at Southport, so they made the long trip from the greater Cincinnati area all the way to up I-74 and around to Southport to take them on. And then Rushville, looking for their first win of the season in the conference matchup, they are at Batesville tonight. And of course, our sister station, Hometown Country WIFE, has Rushville sports all season long as well. Taking a look at standings in the EIAC in the 3A division, Batesville is at 2-1, and as is Lawrenceburg. Greensburg 1-1, and Rushville 0-3. Rushville has lost 17 consecutive games. That's a team we will see next week. In the 4A division in the EIAC, Franklin County leads that. They are 3-0. East Central right behind at 2-1, but East Central losing last week to Cincinnati Moeller. South Dearborn, where we're at tonight, they're 2-1. Of course, our own Spartans are 0-3. So a very good football conference for the most part for the Eastern Indiana Athletic Conference.
And we've seen in the past, East Central especially, in the championship game in their class before. So a lot of tradition in those areas, and something that we can create in Connersville as well. It's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of pride, and don't give up.
Never give up. That's what Winston Churchill said. Never.
George's
never.
Pharmacy and Medical Equipment welcomes you to stop by our Connersville location at 330 East 5th Street. George's is proud to offer you friendly hometown services and the convenience of free delivery. Also, our medical equipment staff is there to help with whatever you need. George's Floral and Gifts has that special something for any occasion, birthdays, weddings, bereavement, or to brighten someone's day. George's Pharmacy, we are here for you, 765-825-6251. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Connersville Spartan Sports. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Gina Hartman, Devin Hornsby, and Gary Reebsummer, for your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Got up and spoke. Very interesting. It was held at Pebble Creek, I think is the name of it, Pebble Creek Golf Course in Noblesville. And while there, got to see a Connersville legend, my gym teacher when I was at CHS, Myron Dickerson, brought us our first state championship. He looks so good. Told me he's 87 years old, but you sure wouldn't know it to talk to him or see him move. I mean, he's a terrific guy. And so I had a nice conversation with him and his son-in-law and his son. And got to see them, some other notables from years past, and everybody just had a good time. Now, while we were there, Brent Duncan, our athletic director, picked up 2,000 tickets for the games that we will have at Newcastle in the Hall of Fame Classic, then we certainly want to see a big crowd up there. We got 2,000 tickets that we brought home, and those are on sale now. $10 a piece. Never too early to start thinking about buying them. You can go to the athletic office and get them. Be a good thing. We want to show that Spartan Pride, the Spartan Nation, will show up again at Chrysler Fieldhouse in Newcastle for that Hall of Fame Classic. We play Westfield, I believe, in the second game of that. The other two teams are Cathedral and Homestead, the Homestead Spartans and the Connersville Spartans. I think in the state of Indiana, getting off on a tangent here, that there are 3 teams that are called Spartans. That would be Connersville, Homestead, and Southwestern Shelbyville.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well.
Service the old-fashioned way. The dependable service you need for your car or truck is always available at Goff's Auto Care and Tire Center in Connersville and Brookville. Experienced mechanics are ready to correct the problem using the best replacement products that will have your vehicle running like new again. Shane Goff is waiting to serve you at 600 Western Avenue in Connersville. Phone 825-2588. And Charlie Goff in Brookville at 9197 State Road 101. 647-2222 is the phone number. Goff Auto Care and Tire Center. The place to eat in Connersville is Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, 303 West 30th Street. Dine inside or carry out at home or where you work. Delivery from Mancino's is always free. The number to call, 825-6155. Choose from a large menu, and there is a special youngsters menu. Choose the house specialty, the Great Spartan Classic. Enjoy the sports atmosphere by viewing all the Spartan sports memorabilia. Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, 303 West 30th Street. Phone number 825-6155. A proud Spartan booster. Reed Health Sports Medicine provides an athletic trainer to the Connersville Spartans through the support of Reed Foundation. Athletic trainers normally are present at most practices and sporting events. They can respond to an injury within seconds, determine the immediate needs of the athlete, and either begin treatment or initiate emergency management within the first few minutes. If your athlete suffers a sports injury, Reed Health's Athletic Training Clinic can provide injury treatment sessions using multiple modalities, rehab protocols, and treatment techniques to ensure your athlete doesn't miss a day without progressing forward. Learn more at reedhealth.com. Urban Winkler Funeral Home in Connersville and Liberty is a family-owned funeral home. Urban Winkler Funeral Home considers it an honor to be selected to care for a family member at the time of a passing. The friendly staff at Urban Winkler Funeral Home pledges to care for all your family needs to the best of their ability. 2 locations to serve you: in Connersville at 513 West 8th Street and in Liberty at 310 North Main Street.
I think going into Rushville next week, that could be a very interesting contest for both schools, as going in tonight, the Lions were 0-3, and as are the Spartans. And, time to turn it around, but it's hard to do it here with a running clock in the second half.
Yes, it is. It doesn't give you much time to run your plays, and but that's the way it is. That's the way the rule runs, and sometimes it's a disadvantage for the team that's behind. But the rule is designed to keep the game going and possibly not running up the score. But you never know. I've seen scores of 60 and 70 to 0 or 7, and so.
Well, we saw that a couple of weeks ago, but I think, Dave, we saw here tonight that Coach Rand Ballard bringing the girl out to attempt a field goal that was clearly out of her range, a 35-yard field goal. I think rather than going in for the touchdown at the time. Now, with 46 seconds to play, they went in, but you can't tell your kids not to play either.
Right. Right, you can't do that. The kids work so hard and practice day in and day out through the summer months when it's hot, lifting from the end of the season on. They work so hard, so they want to play football. They just don't want to stand out there and twiddle their thumbs and do nothing. They want to play football. They want to hit somebody, they want to get hit, and they want to score. You can't blame them for that.
No, you can't. You can't at all. So I just thought that from I could just be surmising that, but I think that Coach Ballard has a lot of respect for Coach Jackson. He was on his staff, and they're friends, so you don't want to come away with any ill feeling.
Right, and you got a coaching society and coaching association, and while the competitiveness is there every game. You want to beat your opponent. That's what athletics is all about. You want to win. However, when you have those friendships, you want to be able to go out and have dinner with the opposing coach from time to time and not have those ill feelings.
And call each other up and compare notes for your next opponent.
You might want to get information from one coach to the other about the scouting a team that's coming up. So
and they do that.
Right.
They do that. So they got the homecoming kings and queens being introduced right now and brought up on the stage. They've got this new track that they don't have striped yet, and so they're not bringing any vehicles. You know, in years past we've been down here and they come around in Jeeps and pickup trucks, but just walking across the field here tonight as a couple more are coming across, and several of the football players up for homecoming king as but young ladies in their best attire out there, and it's a lot of fun for those kids.
Absolutely. Now you're talking about Connersville, that first half. How many first downs did South Dearborn end up with that first half?
1, 2. I have them for 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, 4 in the first quarter, and I have them for just 1 in the second quarter for 5. But touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. So
and in some cases you can call those first downs too, because they run the yard.
Right.
They run the football 20-some yards for a touchdown. That's a first down too, but we keep stats that way.
Yeah,
that way.
right.
Connersville, on the other hand,
they had 5 first downs, and had a little spurt there in the second quarter, about around the 7:15 mark down to the 7:04 mark, where they got 2 first downs in a row, but just not enough. So at least you know, they didn't give up. They're still trying to get those first downs and move the football.
and I think for the second half, what Connersville's team needs to do is play better. Better defense on the defensive end, because South Dearborn had a lot of runs where they went into the end zone untouched. They got behind the defense and just waltzed into the end zone. On offense, Connersville's offensive line is going to have to block better. They're going to have to keep their quarterback upright. And, you know, the running back situation, they've run the footballs up the middle more times tonight than I've seen them do. But locking up front, you're going to have to do that to make your offense successful as well.
That they are. You know, college football is now in full swing, and kind of like watching some college football. My Hoosiers last week, I was watching them though, and that was kind of sad. But and NFL gets into full swing this week too. Don't watch much NFL, but I do like my college football.
I watched a little bit of last night, and when Tom Brady and the Buccaneers went ahead by a couple scores, I lost interest. I'm for any team that beats Tom Brady.
Yeah.
It's just me.
A lot of people feel that way here.
In Indiana especially.
In Indiana especially, yeah. That's right. You know, he's a tremendous player, but
he is.
But you know, you gotta have some villains too.
Sure, you got to have some.
Yeah.
But you said the Hoosiers got beat. I didn't see that. So.
Yeah, they went to Iowa, and there was like a 3-point spread on that game, and they were never in it. I forget the final score. It was like 34-6 or something.
Wow.
So, just really never into that game. It was last Saturday afternoon, and tomorrow evening they play, and I think it's Idaho or Idaho State or something, and that one will be at the Rock Memorial Stadium.
Have you been to the football game there?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun there.
Never been there.
I've been there a few times. One time, I'm on the elevator, had an elevator pass, and I'm going up, and of course the elevator goes on up to the press box, and I hear this voice. And I'd never seen the man before. I only heard him on the radio, and Joe Smith of the IU Network, and so that was kind of cool seeing him. And then a couple years ago, down there and met him at NIT game, and was able to talk to him and also talk to my hero, Don Fisher.
Does a great job.
Yeah, they do.
Connersville's coming back out onto the field. I give you the time, but I can't see it.
Well, it's down to 40 seconds, but they will put 3 minutes back on the clock, give or take. And we're going to step out and take a break. When we come back, we'll have second half action. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Spartan Football on KMix 106.9.
Pain in both knees? Bilateral knee surgery provides the benefit of one surgery, one hospital stay, and one rehabilitation period. The experienced orthopedic surgeons in Newcastle can help you decide if this is a good option for you. Trust the knee surgery experts. Call 765-521-7385 for your appointment in Newcastle at Henry County Center for Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, a Henry Community Health medical group.
Natural gas is one of the world's cleanest and safest fuels, but it's not immune to accidents and damage caused by you or workers on or near your property. The law requires you to call 811 2 working days before you plan to dig and give them the location of the excavation site. Are you installing a mailbox, fence post, or shrubs? Are you building a house or merely a flower bed? Whether you're planning to do it yourself or hire a professional, call 811 toll-free before you dig. You'll be glad you did. Ohio Valley Gas, fueling your future naturally.
Choosing your OBGYN is very personal. You want a doctor with expertise and experience who also listens to your concerns. If you're looking for an OBGYN, make an appointment with Dr. Bruce Benninger at Cambridge City Family Health Partners at 478-4541. That's 478-4541. His patients praise his kind and gentle manner and the expert care he provides. Call Cambridge City Family Health Partners at 478-4541 for your appointment today. A Henry Community Health Medical Group.
With so many choices in flooring today, it's hard to know where to begin.
And we are back just about ready for second half action. Minute 30 on the clock here. Spartans have been back out on the field for a while, taking their warm-ups. Now the Knights have come back out of the locker room. So we'll get the second half started here momentarily. It'll be a running clock, so it should go pretty quickly. I think the only time that it stops would be at a quarter break, or if coaches call timeout, or if there's an injury.
Right. We don't want any injuries.
No, we don't want any of that.
2 years ago, we come down here and one of our players got hurt, so we don't want any injuries. And this field here is beautiful. It's a turf field, artificial, of course. But I think, for me, I like to walk across grass fields. Mm-hmm. It just feels like a football field. I've never been tackled on one of these kinds of fields, and I want to be now because I got brittle bones that I could get hurt real easy out there. But these kids are tough.
Yes, they are. Yeah, it is very pretty, but you know, you go to Spartan Field and that natural turf, Brian Edgecombe does a great job with that. Last week when we were there, I thought it looked very nice after having a hard play game on it the week before when it rained so hard and rained so much that he did a great job of getting that back in shape.
Yes, he did.
Takes good care of our facilities.
Yes, he does, and Spartan Bowl as well, so good job.
So the clock's winding down here, and just about there are double zeros right now, so both teams will be back out on the field as the Knights ready to come back to the sideline. Spartans already over on the far side. So they put 12 minutes on the clock. Spartans, if you're just tuning in, down 41-0, getting ready to start the second half. We will have a running clock for the second half. And as they are announcing who won the drawing here, I guess somebody's going to go home happy. the Knights will have the football to start the second half as they deferred on the coin toss. And there's our good friend Brian Durham. Where's he been? He could have been up here talking to us at halftime.
Yes, he could have.
Yeah. Of course, he's part of the coaching staff. He's got so many irons in the fire.
busy fellow.
Busy guy. Helps me at the museum and with the local ACD club. And just busy with his job as chamber director. So both teams now coming back out onto the field, and opportunity now for South Dearborn maybe to get in some of their reserves here in this game as they lead 41-0. We're just about ready to get it back underway. I'm going to turn it over to the voice of the Spartans, my teammate right here, Dave Pollard.
Thank you very much, Sam. Nolan Shaw will kick off from the Spartan 45-yard line. Didn't see that coming. Not sure where that came from, but from the 45, a low kick on the ground, touched by a Knight, and now going to run it up the field. Comes to the near side, now comes to the near sideline, tried to cut up field, still going, and finally Connersville was going to stop him at about the 46-yard line, and a nice run back that time.
That it was. Big yardage on that one, so yeah, they'll put it about the Spartan 46, I think.
46-yard line.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Spartan 46. South Dearborn already leads 41-0. We are under a running clock for the second half. Teams huddled up. Connersville on the far side. The Knights on the field, they huddle up. And we'll check to see the quarterback is still Adam Kunkel. And also the running back in the backfield is C.J. Rogers. Didn't catch what that penalty was.
And Connersville takes the timeout. For the first of the half, they'll have 2 remaining.
So that does stop the clock. We'll take a 30-second timeout with them. This is Spartan football on KMix 106.9.
So many choices in flooring today, it's hard to know where to begin. The design experts at Wholesale Carpets of Connersville is here to help. Wholesale Carpets is the largest stocking dealer in the state with 3 warehouses full of carpet, laminate, hardwood, and vinyl flooring, including luxury vinyl, waterproof plank flooring for the look of hardwood without that hefty price tag. Residential or commercial, 12 months same as cash, and professional installation is available. Turn your makeover dream into a reality at Wholesale Carpets of Connersville. Call today, 825-4363.
And that timeout was powered by Rush Shelby Energy, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, and
Noah's Battery across from Roberts Park. Charge your world with Noah's Battery. You know a guy, and now we know a guy. So, personal foul against Connersville is going to move the football to the Connersville 46-yard line. Got information here in the booth that it was a helmet-to-helmet hit that caused that penalty. I didn't see it, but that's what they say. Tucked to the near side, on the right side of the field, is Ballard, wide receiver, and the handoff goes to Rogers, trying to break tackles, spinning, still on his feet.
Got a flag.
And we got more yellow laundry on the field. Got holding against the, South Dearborn. Holding against Connersville. Personal foul, horse collar against Connersville. Penalties will offset, so they'll replay the down. If I read the official signals correctly, one with a white hat. So we'll just replay the down, 1st and 10 from the Connersville 46-yard line, Sam. It's like, okay, that we did all that for nothing.
Yeah. Just play it. You know, we got some great listeners. Beth Heisel says that Jimmy said that we won the Girls Hall of Fame in 95-96 school year. And then Mark Beard, we'll get to that in a little bit, talks about the boys when they played in it.
Ready to take the snap, 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of Connersville are the Knights. Adam Kunkel still the quarterback. Takes the snap, hands the ball off. First man through, running back. Got room to run, still on his feet, headed to the end zone. Going to be tackled before. C.J. Rogers carrying the football from the 46 down to about the 2-yard line. So a 44 or 45-yard run by C.J. Rogers.
Gain 43 on the play. 1st and goal for the Knights.
1st and goal for the Knights. Adam Kunkel got the information he wanted from the sideline. C.J. Rogers, who ran that 43 yards, is still in the backfield. And waiting for the snap. 1st and goal. Quarterback claps his hands and then looks to the sideline. I can see why Connersville would jump. Makes me jump up here.
Well, you're jumpy.
Still waiting for the snap.
Yeah, delay of game. So.
Delay a game as the play clock ran out. And I mean, you've got a play clock right in front of you. And the coaching staff can see that too. So I've never understood how in high school that you let the play clock run down to 0. It's right in front of you. But maybe there's a strategy to that. Maybe it gives you more room when you back them up 5 yards.
Maybe. Some strategery.
There you go. Huh? What was that? Ready to take the snap, Adam Kunkel. C.J. Rogers to his right. Claps his hands again. Takes the ball, looking to pass over the right flat. Got the caught, and the 2-point conversion. Oh, no, it's a touchdown. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I keep thinking they were going for 2-point conversion, but it's a touchdown and another 6 points put on the board. So now South Dearborn leads 47-0.
Yep. And at 7:36, I guess they do stop the clock when they score. So 7:36 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Parker ready to kick the extra point. Kick is up.
Low.
A little low.
It went through. Way low.
So now it's 48-0 in favor of South Dearborn. Connersville will get the football after a little bit of a break and timeout as they get ready for the kickoff.
Going back to the boys basketball playing in the Hall of Fame, Mark Beard says that it was held in Richmond in 1988, the last time the boys played in it.
Really?
Yes. And we lost 2 games.
Okay.
So we want to win 2 games this time. That would make us Hall of Fame champions.
Right. I probably went to that game too, those games.
I may have as well, but
we sure appreciate the information that we're.
Oh, we got great listeners that send
lots
us
of
messages.
Information they have.
Yes.
Helps us out a lot. Really appreciate it. So the freshman girl kicker, Tatum Barker, will kick from her own 40-yard line. Back to receive is Dakota Reed-Summer, Chad Owens, and Carter DeBoard. Up close at about the 35-yard line is Micah Buchanan and Braden Pearson. Gavin Lynch also up close at about the 25-yard line, as the freshman kicker has kicked some short kicks tonight. At the end over end, it goes to Lynch. Going to carry the ball up to the middle. Got some tackles to break, but he's going to be brought down by 2 or 3 Knights at about the 35-yard line. So that's where Connersville will take over. 1st and 10 here at Aurora. About as south in Indiana as you can get in this part of the area.
Third quarter, Terry tells me that Batesville's over Rushville 38-0, 3rd quarter. So team we will see next week, the Lions.
They're having troubles just like the Spartans right now. Spartans with the football, ball placed at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Make it the 36. We'll give him another yard on that one. Hands the ball off to Seifert. tries to go over left tackle, and he's got no place to go. Maybe get 2 or 3 yards on the play, so we'll give him positive yardage on that play. It's going to bring up second down.
Tackled out the 39-yard line, gain of 3.
So a gain of 3 up to the 39 from the 36. Second down and 7. Clock continues to run.
Down to 6:18 to play in the third.
I mean, it looks like they're maybe having a quarterback change for South Dearborn. Pearson rolling to his right, still looking, and he's going to run out of bounds. And we got a
Late flag way over here. What's that all about?
Pearson on the keeper for Connersville. We got multiple flags on the play.
Well, we'll wait and see what this is all about as they
Braden Pearson,
untangle and unpack.
Braden Pearson is on this near side, but Pearson was running the football to the far side. Let's see what the officials call.
So
We got a
South Dearborn coach walking clear across the field to talk to the officials.
He got a player down.
Oh, okay. All right. Clear over on the far side. So.
And he got his helmet off.
Well, that's what we don't want, somebody hurt.
Right.
There were flags everywhere. Looked like a simple play to me.
But a lot of things go on down there on the field. Terry tells us that you can't talk about on radio. So there's a lot of chatter goes on and a lot of talk from players back and forth, and officials can hear that and they can either penalize the person or they can ignore it. But player
don't
is
want
up.
to get it out of hand. Yeah, and he's trotting over here on his own. So that's good. Couldn't get the number.
33. Yeah. That would be Braden Johnson for the Knights. So he got up on his own power and comes to the sideline.
So we're ready to get underway again here.
So penalty against Connersville, obviously, because they backed the ball up further, deeper in tonight territory.
So second and 16. 5:48 to play in the third.
Pearson passes over the middle to Buchanan. Another flag comes out.
Well, we don't need any silliness here.
Got a flag holding against Connersville.
Connersville holding, and the Knights will decline the penalty. So we'll take the down instead of the yardage, I guess. I haven't seen the yard marker move yet. Or the down marker, I mean.
5:15 to go in the third quarter as the clock continues to tick away.
So Connersville will be looking at about 3rd and 14.
So they're moving the down marker, yard marker, and so it's going to be 3rd down and about 13. Pearson looks back at the official. Takes the snap, looks to pass. Going to be chased by 2 or 3 Knights, and he's going to throw it away. Smart move by the quarterback that time to get rid of it, so not to lose another 20 yards or so. It brings up 4th down now.
4th and 13.
Connersville trails
48-0. 4:25 to play in the third quarter.
So since Lynch ran out of bounds, or I'm sorry, not Lynch, but Pearson. Clock continues, well, not, yeah, continues to run. I can't see it, so I have to stretch.
And that's a stretch.
Pearson's going to be sacked in the backfield, just like that. Blocking breaks down on the offensive line for Connersville. Connersville turns it over on downs. And South Dearborn is in great field position at the Connersville 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights. We'll see if they're changing players. They are going to change quarterbacks. Logan Tees will come out at quarterback. He's a junior quarterback, 6'4", 179, and we saw him quarterback this team at Connersville last year. T.J. Evans comes in at one running back. Also coming out for them is Braden Foist. So some of the players that played in that first half are still there, and others have going to take a rest.
3 minutes, third quarter.
So T's the quarterback now for
Spartans jumped.
Offside against Connersville. See what they're going to do.
They'll make it 1st and 5.
And they're going to take the penalty. Some folks here in the booth was saying that we don't have to take it. Don't take it, but I'm not sure why. It moves you closer to the end zone. But anyway, going to be 1st and 5. Ball placed at the Connersville 25-yard line. Tees, the quarterback, looks to the sideline, as does C.J. Rogers.
Play clock down to 1.
And a snap, and they're going to stop it and say delay a game. So the clock runs down as the quarterback and the running back were looking to the sideline to get the signal. Somebody didn't see the 25-second clock running out. Okay.
So that backs it up 5.
So now we're at the 30. And it's 1st and 10 from the 30.
Coming up on a minute and a half to play in the third quarter.
Tees will slap his hands and then look to the sideline. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Rogers. Cuts left, now he cuts right. He's going to go into the end zone, untouched, and a touchdown for
C.J. Rogers in the end zone from 30.
C.J. Rogers scores again for the Knights. Just like that.
And that brings the girl kicker back out. Tatum Barker. And stops the clock at a minute 18. And 54-0. She can make it 55-0.
So a lot of different players on that play came off the bench and replaced some of the starters, but this is a potent offense here in South Dearborn here tonight. So Barker will attempt the point after. They don't have enough players on the field. Number 50 comes out, running like he's
pretty quick for a big boy.
Absolutely. He was supposed to be on that offensive line. Now the snap. The kick is up between the uprights, and it's good. So the score is
South Dearborn 55, Connersville 0. 1:18 to play, third quarter. Coming up on 9 o'clock, you're listening to the home of the Spartans, 106.9 FM, AM 1580, WLPK, Connersville.
For those people that have not heard him yet, you want to listen to somebody that will tickle your funny bone of a morning.
Yeah.
If you're up early enough, check him out at 6 o'clock, because he's really, really great at 6 o'clock. Rare form, eyes half open. We're talking about Ted Kramer.
Yeah.
And he just gets better as the morning goes along.
Well, he gets up at dark 30 to get there, and go to work. I think he starts like 4 in the morning. You'd be a little giddy too.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of coffee he drinks, but listen to Ted Kramer mornings at 6 to noon.
And stay tuned at noon then, because Jack Reynolds comes on. He's kind of a funny guy as well.
You get him talking about something, and you better check your watch, because you're going to be there a while. Good job.
Guys, great guys.
Yes, they are.
And Rob Plow, new news guy. He has some funny lines as well leading into the news.
So check all the personality at KMix 106.9 FM. So Barker ready to kick from the 40-yard line. Give the ball back to the Spartans that have not been able to do anything with it tonight. Chad Owens is back deep, and kick goes to the up man. And up the middle, And still on his feet, trying to get some yardage, and I'll get the number here in a minute.
Gavin Lynch on the
And
return for Connersville.
Lynch
Gavin
running
Lynch.
back on the kickoff.
1 minute,
At the
third
39
quarter.
yard line. Spartans begin the 1st and 10 from their own 39.
Let's get some points on the board before this game's over.
I give these kids confidence to put points on the board. Ball placed at the 39-yard line of Connersville, 1st and 10. Coming to the near side, and in the slot is Micah Buchanan. Seifert, the running back. Pearson ready. Takes the snap, hands the ball off. Time goes around the right side. A new player in the game for Connersville, Eric Fox. So he's a freshman, and we'll be calling his number quite a bit for Connersville in the next few years. So Eric Fox took the pitch back from Pearson, ran around the right side. No gain on the play, though. So.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. From South Dearborn, it's the Knights 55 and our Spartans 0. We'll be back in a minute. This is Spartan Football on KMix 106.9.
So many choices in flooring today, it's hard to know where to begin. The design experts at Wholesale Carpets of Connersville is here to help. Wholesale Carpets is the largest stocking dealer in the state with 3 warehouses full of carpet, laminate, hardwood, and vinyl flooring, including luxury vinyl, waterproof plank flooring for the look of hardwood without that hefty price tag. Residential or commercial, 12 months same as cash, and professional installation is available. Turn your makeover dream into a reality at Wholesale Carpets of Connersville. Call today, 825-4363.
Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency is dedicated to protecting you and your family at a price you can afford. Wilson Lawson Myers are licensed insurance professionals striving to be your agency of choice. Wilson Lawson Myers is an independent agency representing numerous companies for all your needs. Finding the right insurance begins with finding the right agency. That is Wilson Lawson Myers Insurance Agency at 521 Central Avenue in Connersville. Phone 825-5111.
And we are back for fourth quarter action now with play. Dave Pollard.
Thank you very much, Sam. Connersville with the football at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Take the snap, hands the ball off to Fox again. Tries to get around the left side. I'll get it out in a minute. And he's tackled for a loss.
I think your voice has gotten better as the night's going on.
Well, maybe I just need to keep talking.
Well,
I've
never known you to be for a loss for words.
Keep you awake on the way home.
Yeah. I think we'll leave the top up on the way home.
Thank you. So a loss of a yard on the play. Ball is placed at the 45-yard line of the Knights. And Jeremiah Buchanan comes in at wide receiver. And we've got a new quarterback for the Spartans. Caleb Caldwell passes over the middle.
Nice pass.
And a nice pass and caught as it takes about 8 Knights to bring down the receiver and try to get his number because we got some new players in for Connersville. Deacon Maxey. Deacon Maxey, number 12, was a receiver. And Connersville picks up a first down. First downs are powered by Hickory Creek of Connersville and North Grand Avenue across from
Grandview School.
Jeremiah Buchanan comes to the near side as wide receiver. Caleb Caldwell calling the plays. Ready to take the snap? Does. Going to pass. Pass over the middle, and it's almost intercepted, but dropped. And a nice play that time by the defense. And Connersville was very lucky that they didn't get an interception. Pass was intended for Deacon Maxey. Maxey is a sophomore, 6'150", and the new quarterback for Connersville is Caleb Caldwell. He's a sophomore, 6'145". Jeremiah Buchanan, we called his number a couple of times. He's a junior, 6'5" and 160. Connersville, 2nd down and 10. Snap back to Caldwell. Pass over the middle to Jeremiah Buchanan. He's got the football and first down yardage. Connersville picks up first down. First down is powered by Hickory Creek of Connersville and North Grand Avenue across from
Grandview School.
Inside the 15-yard line.
So a new quarterback, a new wide receiver, and running backs have moved the football for Connersville here in this fourth quarter. We've got a running clock. The Knights lead 55-0.
Like to get rid of that goose egg, though.
Yes, sir. Caleb Caldwell with Fox to his left. Jeremiah Buchanan to the right in the right wide receiver position. Hands the ball off to Fox. Runs up the middle. Got some blockers. Still on his feet. And finally, it takes three Knights to bring him down. As they give him the forward progress. That's going to put him at the 10-yard line.
3 Knights. Is that like a 3-dog night?
Well, could be.
Make it the 11-yard line. Gain of 4.
My favorite band from the 60s and 70s.
You know how many members are in that band?
I forget.
7.
7. I used to go see them. They played at the Coliseum Fairground Coliseum a lot.
First and goal for the Spartans at the Knights 10-yard line. And the handoff goes to Fox again. He tries to get around the outside, and it gets nowhere. It's going to bring up second down.
Got a final from the studio from Corey. He says it was Batesville 44, Rushville nothing.
So Rushville will be looking for their first win next week at home against these same Connersville Spartans who are looking for their first win. If they trail 55-0 here, Caleb Caldwell, the quarterback, Eric Fox, the running back. Pass into the end zone and all over the guy's back, and we got a flag. Thank you, sir. I mean, the guy could have used a ladder and it wouldn't have helped. So I think we're going to get pass interference. Let's wait till we get the official word. And they're going to pick up the flag and move the football. So be half the distance to the goal. So we'll see where they place the football. They're going to place the football at the 6-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the 6.
So that's a first down for the Spartans.
First down's powered by Hickory Creek of Connersville and North Grand Avenue across from
Grandview School.
Caleb Caldwell, the quarterback, takes the snap, looks over the middle, tries to pass in the end zone, and Jeremiah Buchanan, who's got the 6-point score for the Spartans. So they're on the board. And I love to see this for these kids. They work so hard. They never give up. Jeremiah Buchanan hasn't played a lot, but he caught that in the end zone for the 6 points. Jeremiah Buchanan is a junior, 6'5" and 160. And they're going to look like they may go for a 2-point conversion as Caleb Caldwell comes from the sideline, brings the instructions out to the Spartans. So it's 55-6. Connersville are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Eric Fox to the left of Caldwell, the quarterback for the Spartans. Ready for the snap. Buchanan at the right. And we got a flag.
Flag prior to the point after.
Offside against the Knights. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. Moving a little bit closer for this 2-point conversion. Connersville's on the board with 6 points. Now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Buchanan to the right side, the wide receiver. And keep it this time is Caleb Caldwell, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. Yes, he is. So Caleb Caldwell comes in to take the place of Gavin Pearson and marches down the field and puts the 7 points on the board for the Connersville Spartans. It's now,
8 points.
8 points. Yeah. I can't add today for some reason. So it's 55-8.
And that looks a lot better than 55-0.
Yes, absolutely.
And something to feel good about on the way home.
Absolutely. You're right. Give these kids some positive things to look at. And I'm sure when the coaching staff goes over the film and sees that drive from Connersville, you never know. Might be changes in the lineup.
Yeah. You never know.
So Nolan Shaw gets ready to kick off from Connersville's 40-yard line. And Connersville kind of huddled up around Coach Jackson on the far side. And South Dearborn waiting for the kickoff.
That clock at 6:47 and stopped right now. But that's good. That gives us something to have for the play of the game a little later.
Absolutely. So Nolan Shaw ready to put the boot into the football, and does. And it's a high kick. Nice kick. Comes down to the 10-yard line. He'll take a knee. And that's where the Knights will take over at their own 10-yard line.
So Knights not trying to do anything here or run score up or anything. It's clock's running down to 6.5 to play.
It's like you said, you know, most of these head coaches are friends. But Coach Jackson worked on this staff at one time.
The large student section over here cheering maybe one of their favorite players is going in.
Looked like 67, but I don't see a 67 on there. Okay. And that is Braden Hansen. So student section really likes some of these players on this Knights team. 1st and 10. Logan Tees, the quarterback for the Knights. And we got movement. Ball start.
Jump. Yeah.
Ball start against the Knights. Going to back him up. Back him up to the 5-yard line. Be 1st and 15. Glad everybody stayed with us and listened tonight. It is a beautiful night for football. Nice weather for football. Tam's going to leave the top on the car on the way home.
Yeah, I think cooling down a little bit. It was a nice ride on the way down.
Yes, it was. Really nice ride. So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Knights after that false start. Logan Tees in the end zone, ready to take the snap. Does. Hands the ball off to the first running back through. He cuts across the field and goes step out of bounds with C.J. Rogers. And Rogers still in the ball game because he started the game and has played the whole game. So,
trying to get him. Terry says they're trying to get him to score a record here for rushing.
Okay.
Trying to break a record, I guess.
Because 2nd down and about 4 for the South Dearborn Knights, who lead 55-8. As Rogers again is the backfield behind the quarterback Tees. Tees takes the handoff, gives it to Rogers, and gains about 2 or 3 yards on the play. He's not going to pick up a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down as the clock continues to run.
4:05 to play in the game. Get you home early tonight.
Yeah.
300 yards. We believe that might be a new South Dearborn single game rushing record.
Rushing record, single game, 300 yards.
So C.J. Rogers, rushing record, 300 yards tonight, and he comes to the sideline, takes his helmet off, gets the high five from his teammates and cheer from the crowd. You got a good athlete like that, you want to cheer for him. Logan Tees, quarterback, waiting for the snap. Hands the ball off to the other running back. He turns to go around outside, and he's going to be stopped, and that's C.J. Evans. So 2 CJs running backs for the Knights tonight. Evans and Rogers. That was Evans. So he picked up a 1st down and going to move the yard markers. 1st and 10, the Knights, as they set the yard marker at about the 34-yard line. Make it the 24-yard line. I got look over these guys' shoulders down here. A 24-yard line, 1st and 10, the Knights.
2:45 to play.
Logan Tees ready for the snap. Fans are cheering. Hands the ball off again to the running back. He comes to the near side and is going to be stopped right at the 30-yard line. So C.J. Evans now the horse running the football back for the Knights. As Rogers, Knight is done, as I keep getting the record. You got to tip your hat to those guys. It's worked really hard. And 2nd down and 5 for the Knights as the clock continues to run. 55-8. South Dearborn leads Connersville. Logan Tees, the quarterback, ready to take the snap. Hands the ball off to the running back. And he's going to be bottled up. Nope, he breaks tackles, and that's C.J. Evans as he goes around the right side. And he goes far sideline and finally knocked out of bounds. Out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So a nice run that time by C.J. Evans for the Knights. Picks up a 1st down. And they'll move the chains and walk way down the field. He was at the 20, 24, 25-yard line, and now he's down to the 32-yard line of Connersville.
So minute 20 to play. At this point, look for victory formation, I would think.
And that's what they do, is Logan Tees, the quarterback, will take a knee and let the clock continue to run. Connersville did get 8 points on the board, so something to build on. Still got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of freshman players in the Connersville team, but this is how you learn. You get out there and play.
Yep, against good competition.
That's right.
And good sports out here at South Dearborn. I appreciate that. Earlier this year, we didn't see real good sportsmanship, but tonight we have.
Yes. And takes another knee to let the clock run down.
And we're down to 25 seconds. And they don't have to try to run another play as they run it down. And down to 12 seconds now. Spartans fall here on the road in a conference game final, 55-8. And as we're just about ready, here's double zeros on the clock. Your final here at South Dearborn, 55-8. We'll be back with the post game after this 60-second timeout. This is Spartan football on KMIX 106.9.
Union Savings and Loan offers mortgage loans, home equity loans, and construction loans so you can build your dream house. USLA also offers car and truck loans, equipment loans, commercial loans, farm loans, and personal loans. So when you need financing, think Union Savings and Loan. Founded in 1892 in Connersville, and now also in Greenfield and Rushville, and on the web at uslabank.com. Union Savings and Loan.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whitewater Eye Center Connersville provides vision care for every member of your family. This includes treatment for eye diseases and injuries, just one of its many services. Services that include glasses and contacts, frames for every budget, sunglasses, and a large selection of eyewear. Complete vision care for every member of your family. Yours at Eye Center of Connersville. Scheduling an appointment for a complete eye exam is as easy as calling 825-6000. Whitewater Eye Center Connersville, located at 2045 Virginia Avenue. Your vision is our focus.
Again, if you'd like to become a sponsor for an upcoming...
And we are back in Aurora at South Dearborn High School, where the Spartans fall here tonight on the road, 55-8. Spartans trailed after 1, 20-0, and after 2, it was 41-0. And there in the third quarter, South Dearborn extended it to 55-0, and Spartans able to get on the board. They're about midway through the fourth quarter. And the final here, 55-8. I had the Knights for 10 first downs and the Spartans for 8. So, Dave, a very good football team here tonight on the road at South Dearborn. And they've certainly turned this program around from what it was 6, 8, 10 years ago.
And it can be done. They've shown it can be done. And Coach Jackson going to use some of that philosophy to get the Connersville Spartan football team turned around as well.
We're going to step out and take our final 60-second break. When we come back, we'll have the FCM Bank play of the game. Once again, Spartans fall 55-8. This is Spartan football on KMIX 106.9.
Makes sense to trust your senses when it comes to natural gas. If a natural gas leak ever occurs, you know it has an unmistakable odor. But did you know you might see dead vegetation, glowing dirt, or bubbling water that might indicate a leak? Or you may hear a hissing gas leak sound. So use your senses. See, hear, smell. If you ever suspect a gas leak, first move your feet. Wait until you're well down the street before calling your natural gas provider or 911. Using natural gas safely just makes sense. Ohio Valley Gas, fueling your future naturally.
It's events like this that makes Connersville such a great place in which to live and work. The staff at FCN Bank applaud all of the hard work, dedication, and commitment it takes to be on a team. Thank you, CHS, for reminding the local community why so many choose to call this place home. FCN Bank, building stronger communities, one great local event at a time. FCN Bank, member FDIC.
And we are back one last time here at South Dearborn High School, where Spartans fall 55-8. It's time now for the play of the game. Play of the game is powered by FCN Bank, your hometown bank. They have locations in Connersville, Brookville, and all over Southeast Indiana. Member FDIC. David?
FCN Bank play of the game. The freshman, Micah Buchanan, 6-yard run into the end zone for the first points of the mode for Connersville tonight. They did have a 2-point conversion. Congratulations to Micah Buchanan scoring that touchdown.
All right, that is our FCN Bank play of the game. Once again, FCN Bank in Connersville, Brookville, down here on the river, and all over Southeast Indiana. You stop in and see them for all your banking needs. That's FCN Bank, your hometown bank, member FDIC. It's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight. Our next broadcast comes up next Friday night, live from Henshaw Field in Rushville, as the winless Lions and the winless Spartans, somebody is going to get a win.
Somebody's going to get the first win, you're right.
And we'll be on the air with that one with the Parts Pro pregame show at 6:45 and the kickoff at 7. If you can't be there, make sure you keep it tuned right here to KMIX 106.9. Even if you can be there, take your smart device along and listen to us while we bring you that game. I'd like to take this opportunity now to thank all those who power these games, make it possible for you to hear them. I'd like to thank you, our listeners, and those of you that stuck in there, hung in with us here tonight, and thank my teammates, Corey Fry, our studio engineer, and the man himself, the voice of the Spartans, Mr. Dave Pollard. Once again, Spartans fall here tonight, 55-8. This has been a presentation of WLPK Sports.